to a very quick little video. I originally didn't intend on making a video this weekend until I stumbled over this gem. This has to be one of the most silly flat Earth videos that I've seen in quite some time. Well, it's not really flat Earth, particularly it does come from a flat earther, but it's about the sun. And maybe I'm missing something, but it's really silly. So let's have a look.
Yesterday I was walking along the riverfront trail. The sky was filled with dark clouds, so I didn't get to see the sun hitting the horizon. On the walk back to the car I saw the sun through the clouds and snapped a photo. It only lasted a minute and
it looks nice.
Was blocked by clouds again. Once back home I was looking at my photos and noticed a tiny sunspot.
I wouldn't be entirely comfortable calling this a sunspot, just because you can see similar clumps of a comparable size coming from the clouds, but it looks more dense than the clouds. So okay, you know, let's accept the premise. Let's say that, yeah, you photographed a sunspot. Well done, mate.
I decided to see how many copies of that sunspot would fit across the diameter of the sun.
Absolutely, there would be, interesting at the very least. You could calculate the size for this sunspot with this method.
Note, we are told the heliocentric sun is 109 Earths wide.
The sun is about its diameter is about 110, well 109 if you want to be precise, times that of the Earth. That is correct.
Get this, I was able to put 136 copies across the diameter, disproving the claims made by scientists and NASA.
And now this is where I'm lost. Okay, so you say Earth would fit 109 times across, like with the diameter of the sun. Great. No quarrels with that so far. Now you say that you can fit the sunspot more often than this number. And that's a problem. But why? I've watched this video 5 times now, and I cannot understand why you would think that that's a problem. The sunspot, and I know this is some complicated physical statement that I'm putting forward here. The sun, the sunspots, aren't Earth. You know that, right? Why would the size of a sunspot be correlated to Earth in any way whatsoever? I don't get it. Please explain it to me.
However, I didn't stop there. I was
and I was about to say, why did you pick like a distance of one sunspot each time? What do you think you're doing? That's like half that.
Across the diameter, disproving the claims made by scientists and NASA.
How are you disproving the game? This sunspot is well within the typical sunspot size. They range from a couple of kilometers, like 15 or something kilometers, to like hundreds of thousands of kilometers. What's the problem? Please tell me. I'm so curious. What's the issue?
However, I didn't stop there. I was also able to place another 136 copies of that sunspot between the first 136 sunspots, making 272 sunspots.
So 272. I don't know why you put up with the first 100 and however many there were. But like, why? I'm so confused. Why is it a problem that you can fit the width of a sunspot roughly 270 or 280 or something times across the diameter of the sun? What does that have to do with Earth? I am completely lost, and I am very close to getting my master's degree in astronomy. I just need one silly little final exam, like the defense. That's it. Then I have a master's degree in astronomy. Where's the issue? Please tell me. I'm dying to know. It's so funny. I have the feeling that you don't know what sunspots are or what the Earth is. I mean, if that's your conclusion, then I really can't help you. Dear God. No, they don't. They're parallel. You just don't get perspective. This has been talked about like 100 times. I'm not the one to talk about that in great detail now. You can look at that from other people. I think the video has no interesting information in it, other than the typical flat Earth statement.
Condemnation before investigation is the height of ignorance.
Yeah, do your own research.
Just assume your belief
typical
is right.
thing, which is completely fine. But research is not just being ignorant, you know. Yeah, I. You're most welcome. I had a blast. Okay, and just so, because I really I want to understand the and I use it in the lightest sense possible. I want to understand the logic of what we just saw somehow. So, please help me. What's your statement? Is your statement sunspots therefore close sun, or is it sunspots therefore established model wrong, or what is it? Okay, so I will line out my issues with your approach, and then we can circle back to where I think you went wrong. Okay, so the premise is the way I understood it. The sunspots, the sunspot's diameter fits about 280. It's closer to 270. I wrote 280. Not important. 280 times into the diameter of the sun. So the sunspot is 1/272nd or something like that of the diameter of the sun. No issues with that at all. Okay, the globe model says that the Earth would fit in the sun about 109 times in terms of diameter. No issues with that statement. That's what the globe model says. How do these two disagree? The sunspot isn't Earth. Is that what you're saying? Like, what's the problem? It's like me saying the Eiffel Tower is in Paris and I just ate an orange and therefore cars can't drive. Those two things have nothing to do with each other. I need to emphasize that. They have nothing to do with it. Somehow I have to emphasize that, right? They have nothing to do with each other at all. Please tell me where I'm lost. So typically, when you make observations for in like the flat Earth context, the basic algorithm should look something like that. You make an observation, okay? You take the correct globe prediction. This is the step where pretty much every flat earther fails. You see if the prediction matches the observation. If it fits, well, the model remains good. If it doesn't, first of all, have a re-look at your process. Did you do everything correctly? Have a look at your instruments. Did you use the correct instruments? Did you maybe, was something not calibrated or set up correctly? And if those two things are true, you can dispose of this aspect or of the whole model. Okay, that's cool. And after that, you have knowledge gained. Great. What did you do? Well, you made an observation. Cool. You took the globe prediction. Well, you didn't really. You make a completely unrelated statement. The sunspot fits more often in the sun than Earth does. Oh, okay. What's the problem? Where's I need to ask it again. Where's the correlation between Earth, the size of the Earth, and the size of a sunspot? Please tell me. What do you think a sunspot is? And apart from, like, you didn't take the approach of knowledge gain, you just took the approach of, well, looking rather silly, really. So yeah. Sunspots. I don't think you know what sunspots are. Sunspots are temporary spots on the surface of the sun. They are caused by reduced temperature due to magnetic burst of activity on the sun. They correlate roughly with an 11-year solar cycle. They also correlate to other things, but that's like the strongest cycle that determines solar activity. They can have a few kilometers, like 10, 15 kilometers, something like that, to about 150,000 kilometers. So they are bigger than Earth sometimes. Rarely, very rarely, but it happens. And they have been known since like 400 BC in China. None of this has anything to do with Earth, of course. So what's the argument? Please explain the correlation between sunspots and the Earth, or what you think that the problem should be. Why is that a problem? Explain what you think sunspots are, and why should Earth be as big as a sunspot? Why? They have nothing to do with each other. Have you bothered looking that up? I don't think you have. No flat earthers look things up. That's why you're flat earthers. Okay, do your own research, please. Okay, with that, I had enough for today. I hope you enjoyed this silly little video. If you enjoyed it a lot, maybe consider subscribing. If you otherwise, just leave a like if you enjoyed it a bit. Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing from you in the comments. And with that, I think I'll leave it there. I see you in the next video. And until then, have a nice day. Goodbye.